Good morning, mathematicians. We're looking at lesson 4 for unit 1. We are thinking about layers and how those layers can help us to determine volume. So in number 1, it says, if the rectangular prism was completely filled, how many cubes could it hold? Well, I am seeing some different ideas, some different dimensions in the prism in how it is filled with cubes so far, and we are going to use that to imagine if it was completely filled, how many cubes would it be holding? So the first thing that I want to think about is this particular layer that we see completely filled in. I want to use how many cubes are in this layer as my first number. So let's go ahead and let's count them, and we see them in sets of 2. So we see 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So in this particular layer, there are 10 cubes. Now, I'm thinking of my layers vertically here. It's almost like a slice of bread. Like this is a loaf of bread, and this is the very first piece. Now, that is one layer. Now that layer is right here, and I'm going to use the side to kind of mark them off. That's layer 1. Then I have a second layer, a third layer, a fourth, a fifth, and a sixth. So now I have exactly how many layers are in the entire structure. There are 6 layers in the entire structure, and each of those layers is going to be built of 10 cubes. So because I know that, I now know the expression that I can build to calculate volume. That is going to be 10 times 6. Each of the 6 layers will have 10 cubes. So 10 times 6 tells me that overall this will have a volume of 60 cubes. So now we're going to go ahead and write that down as our answer for number 1. The prism can hold 60 cubes. That is what we were asked to define, and therefore we know we can extend that to say that that is the prism's volume, 60 cubes. Now we're ready for number 2. I'm going to scroll this down a little bit, and we're going to brainstorm a little bit on this prism. What we are asked here is to explain or show how the expression 3 times 8 is represented in the volume of this prism. So I have to look and see, where do I see the 3 and where do I see the 8? Now, when I take a look at the prism, I am looking to determine where I might see 3 layers or 8 layers. One of those numbers likely is going to be the number of layers that are in the prism, and then the other number likely will be the number of cubes in each layer. So as I look at this particular prism, I like that I can pretty quickly see layer structure that is horizontal in this one, unlike number 2. So when I look at this one, I'm seeing 3 layers. We're going to have a top layer. We're going to have a middle layer. We're going to have a bottom layer. So that is the 3 layers in the structure. Now I can determine exactly how many cubes are in each layer. I have got 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, 4. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8. So each layer is going to have 8 cubes in it. And how many of those 8 cubes layer will we have? There will be 3. So now I know that I can take the idea of 8 cubes in each layer times 3 layers, and now I have my expression that I can utilize to find the volume. I know that 8 times 3 is 24, so I now see that this is going to have a volume of 24 cubes. But remember, really what we were asked is how that expression 3 times 8 represents our prism, right? So I have written that each layer has 8 cubes. There are 3 layers. 3 times 8 equals 24. The volume of the prism is 24 cubes. So that is our answer for number 2. That finishes out our lesson 4 cooldown.